Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Diddy Kong Racing Time Trials Tournament. Today we have a match between Kappa and BBK, our Banana Boat Kid. I am Dr. Fish, and joining me today will be Atomic Otaku.
Hello.
And so how this is going to work is each player at the beginning, before the match, we flipped a coin, and Kappa went and elected to pick AL Hover, and Banana Boat Kid opted to ban Everfrost Peak. So here we go into our first one. It's going to be AL Hover, and unfortunately, BBK not getting any start.
Yep, that's a rough start.
Yeah, not getting any gas on the start.
Oh no.
Opting to grab the banana, so he will have a bit of a banana lead. But a nice 17 lap for Kappa to start. Now
20 for BBK,
and a
not
20.
bad.
Yeah. So just a bit of background on these players. Kappa's mainly been a time trialer. So I definitely expect him to pick courses that aren't really defaults. He might find more of an advantage there. And Banana Boat Kid's much more of a speedrunner, doing a lot of 100%.
Yeah, Banana Boat just mentioned that he hasn't actually done Ancient Lake Hover before, so that was his first go at it, which was actually pretty good for a first go.
Good. Yeah, pretty good first go. He had a 52.23, and we got a 47.90 for Kappa.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Yep, very nicely done.
We're going to Dark Moon Carver next.
Nice. So I would say this is definitely probably a pretty good pick for Banana Boat Kid, since he is more used to courses like that are used in speedruns like this.
Lots of vanilla tracks, expecting.
Yes. A lot of defaults.
I can definitely get the mindset. I had the same approach in a lot of my matches earlier, where vanilla tracks was just the comfort zone. So I'm sure that's what he's feeling now as well.
I was the opposite. I had to rely a lot on trying to go for out of the box, more play to my strengths, like in our match. But here we go. We got into this, and both players having a bumpy Dark Moon. No surprise here, honestly.
BBK is doing very well on bananas already, though.
Yeah, he has 9 to Kappa's 4, so he will have a little bit more power on the mobility. Also, but BBK opting to stay on the right side. Antonio. Kappa's name in the leaderboard is Antonio, but I guess we can just go by his Twitch name. Oh, BBK bumping.
This is very close.
So it is getting pretty close. We had a 38 lap from BBK and a 39 from Kappa, and now we have
both players missing one boost.
Yeah.
There again. I guess Kappa. I don't know how much of a difference staying to the right of the loops makes, but there, he's got the idea of this one.
The difference that it makes is when you come off of the loop. You get a boost. That's pretty much the main thing. BBK missing that boost, so there will be a shot for Kappa to get back in, possibly, but that boost.
Missing a zipper as well.
He's quite a bit behind now, due to missing the zippers and just having a slight banana difference.
Yeah,
but overall, both players doing very well.
Yeah, looking in favor of BBK for this one, but also a good race. We might tie it up here 1-1.
We're going to see a tie up 1-1, and see if anybody PBs on this one. I think that is going to be a PB for Kappa. Not sure though. I looked at his time before, and it looked like he had a 155. So there we go.
There it is. Awesome.
Ooh. So this is an interesting pick.
This is an interesting pick.
He goes for Jungle Falls Plain, which is definitely an interesting track. It's a very tricky plane track. I'm interested to see how both these players go on this track.
Yeah. On the flip side of BBK probably picking more vanilla tracks, Kappa, knowing that BBK is much more used to vanilla tracks, is probably going to go for some strange picks when he gets the chance, things that he wouldn't be used to.
Yeah, I would definitely suspect this is a case of that pick. Also, because familiarity is something that he'll have on this type of track.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So we see him opting to not grab the ground zipper on lap 1. I wonder if he'll opt to miss most of the zippers. Because ground zippers are hard to get in plane. However, and he is staying close, but not quite ahead of BBK, who's grabbed the ground zipper on both laps now.
Yeah, BBK does seem familiar with the route for this one in terms of bananas and zippers and all that, so I guess I spoke too soon. Believe
he might have played this in a previous race.
Ooh, both
bonking
on the tree.
But that's a pretty harsh bonk, and BBK just getting to the zipper and able to continue on. So good job on him to get a lot of zippers here. Mm-hmm. So we are gonna get another round for BBK, but both players doing pretty well. We got a 101 for Kappa and a 58 for Banana Boat Kid.
Yeah, a very close race. First and second laps were especially close. Third lap kind of made some distance there, but it was a good race overall.
Yeah, that might have even just come down to how different the bonks they took. One might have had a slightly less harsh bonk than the other.
Oh, there's the next pick there. We're going Spaceport Alpha Car.
That's an interesting and fun track.
It is. I never even got the chance to do this one in a match last week, but I practiced it up, and it's a very interesting car track. It feels very different than others just because of the amount of open space and the terrain, in a sense.
I'm interested to see how these players take this section, the vents.
Yeah, the airlift
is
here.
Very crucial to do properly.
Mm-hmm.
Good from both players, getting out without going back down and having to rise up with no speed from that part.
Yeah, not too shabby at all.
No. BBK was just a slight lead.
Yeah.
But can easily be made up with either a really good tunnel or a bonk possibility, because I'd say that there's less of a bonk opportunity on this track, but I'd say that, and then someone will just hard bonk something.
Yeah,
something like that, where BBK bumped into the top of the roof there. Now we're pretty much dead even.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing about this game and races like this in this style is one small mistake can really make the difference.
Yeah, I actually think that Banana Boat Kid's route, I mean, he did bonk there, but his route in the very straight laser room, I think, is a little better, because he's just going straight through instead of trying to go around and get some extra speed from boosting. Oh, but he gets caught up in the vent just a little more than Kappa, so that's gonna most likely give it to Kappa. But let's see how this goes, because we saw BBK mess up in this area going too close. Let's see if that happens here. It does not. Oh, another very difficult plane car bonk. So we got a 149 from BBK, and we got a 146.26. That's pretty good times from both players.
Close again. And we're looking at a 2-2 now.
Yeah, so we're looking also at our last car track of the first three. We have Windmill Plains car chosen by Banana Boat Kid.
Fantastic.
Windmill Plains car, one of my favorite tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So
underrated, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's one fun part about this track, which is definitely the it's definitely the flying. You chain the two first zippers on laps 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You just fly. Even on this lap, you can get pretty far.
Rough
oh man, harsh from Kappa. So that's gonna
That's set him back.
definitely cause some problems. He's
Yeah.
gonna take some extra bananas though, which is good.
That's set him back a
Definitely good to
good
do.
6 seconds, I think, but
Yeah,
that can be made
definitely.
up.
Oh, it can be. There's plenty of water on this track.
Oh,
We
like
see
that.
BBK going into the water, which does allow catch up for for Kappa. And remember, this is BBK's pick, so I would assume he has practiced this a little bit before this. Practiced this a bit before this match. Does opt for those 3 bananas there. That's very good. He's still a couple off of max.
Overall, minus the small or the bonks in the water from both players,
Yeah.
looking pretty solid.
Oh yeah, definitely. 37 lap is pretty good, and a 40 lap. 37 lap for going in water is really good, and a 40 lap for the bonk. Oh, he goes into the water again. He's playing too close with the side.
Yeah.
Which is causing him the possibility of getting sucked into the water.
Yeah.
There's
You
a
want to
couple
keep your
tracks where that
corners
happens.
tight. Yeah, want to keep your corners tight, but it's
Oh,
a dangerous game. Ooh.
Darn, Kappa missing the very crucial zipper at the end.
Yeah.
So BBK is getting a bit more of a lead again. Let's see. Oh, he bonks in the tunnel. So they're pretty close, actually.
Yeah, and that was a good zipper chain by Kappa as well.
That was a very good zipper chain, so he did catch up. BBK not falling in the water this time, which is good for him. So he's probably still a couple seconds behind.
If he had fallen in the water a 3rd time, I think this would have been about tied up.
Yes,
At least very close.
I agree. And also, I think the missing zipper did seal it quite a bit. But
Yeah,
even
true.
then, BBK did play out the last ones well. He got a 32.08, very nice lap.
Yeah, excellent. That one was fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
There's a
boy.
pick.
Haunted Woods Hover.
Haunted Woods Hover.
Nah.
Alrighty.
So it's I think if you want to compare the two different vehicles, Hover and Car, I think Car is much more favored by players, but Hover is pretty good. The fun part is you get to go through the fountain on laps. You can go through the fountain either on all laps or just 2 and 3, depending on if you want to grab some bananas.
Yeah.
So we'll
This
see
track-
how these guys opt to route their bananas.
Yeah. This track in Car, very, very fast paced. In Hover, also pretty interesting. It's just a very different beast. But yeah, both players excellent on bananas already.
Yeah, so both players opting for the banana route, which is I think what you are supposed to do.
Yeah, Kappa went for one more banana while BBK went for a boost, but ended up bonking. So we're looking pretty even again. Oh, BBK missing another boost in the tunnel there.
Yeah. So we are seeing that good strategy coming out from.
Oh,
Yeah. So that zipper is difficult on Hover. It can be difficult on Car too, but more specifically, it's brutal on Hover.
Absolutely. Something about the texture.
Yeah, there's a slight bumping texture. So what a lot of players will do is they'll like try to get on top to like jump onto the zipper.
Shoot.
Oh, BBK accidentally pausing. I think that definitely threw off his rhythm.
It did. I believe that pausing during the track actually loses you the race regardless, but I think Kappa had that one anyway. So.
Yeah, I think but yeah, he did win regardless of time. So we are all tied up 3-3. This is very interesting.
And a PB for Kappa.
Yeah, that's a PB. That's really good. Congrats on your PB.
And a 59 for BBK as well, which was right behind him. Had nothing for that pause. That was pretty good.
All right, so we have Crescent Island Hover being selected by BBK.
And that'll be our last Hover track.
Your last Hover, and then we'll have 2 plane tracks from here.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is insanely close. I love it. I haven't seen a match 3-3 like this yet that I've seen.
No, I have not. I think there's been a couple of closer ones in the first few tracks, and a lot of them will kind of widen out as we go forward.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
This is an interesting track. I'm wondering if if players are going to take this more like if they're going to go the car route or if they're going to go for the bananas. Yeah, the BBK opts to go the route that's more like what you would see from like a routing of the car track when most players will the more time trial route is to grab the bananas on in the little cove on lap 1. It doesn't lose much. It doesn't lose much time, and it pays off big in the long run. Both players with the same amount of bananas, though.
1/4 of a second between the first laps there as well.
Yes. So it didn't pay off that much to grab the extra bananas. However, both players did miss the 3 bananas. Now, Kappa having that 1 banana lead and also not bonking. It's very much almost frame for frame right here.
Yeah, very much so.
It was good on BBK to grab the bananas once he got out of the water.
Yeah.
So also we should explain snaking. Snaking, what you're seeing from these players is you're going back and forth with their joystick on the controller, and it's causing them to gain and also keep speed, because you gain speed while you're turning and hover. So that's
BBK.
BBK was winning
Most
of the time. It was frame for frame, almost exact, until he had that bump. That's so unfortunate.
Very close race. That was wow.
Yeah, so now we have 4-3. I think this is might be the closest race we've seen so far. Like
both players that race, with the exception of that very ending, played almost the exact same speed. 1/4 of a second difference on the first lap, 1/2 a second difference on the second.
And it all came down to one little mistake that happens a lot. That's so we have Treasure Cave's plane being selected by BBK. An interesting choice.
This is a tough one for sure.
It's very tough. Both players opting for TT. I don't blame them. When done usually in time trials, this is a drumstick course. But we will not be seeing our chicken friend, I think, from either player today. Maybe if a hot top plane gets picked, and they feel comfortable enough, they'll do it. But I don't think we'll see much from that. But
the players looking great on bananas. Kappa did miss that boost, that zipper.
Yeah, so he misses the zipper, but he has just about as clean of a... Oh no, he bonked really bad.
Ooh.
So BBK taking the same route again. That's not a bad route choice, especially if he feels comfortable with it, because D is ahead by quite a bit at this point.
BBK looking good so far.
So yeah, he does miss the ground zipper, but not... But as long as he does, I'd say as long as he doesn't let it, like...
Ooh,
that's the worst bonk. However, you can make it up by going through that little corner door, which is where most players would opt to go. However, that has given Kappa the opportunity to come back in.
And another...
take the course.
Tough bonks by BBK.
That was a tough bonk. Yeah.
I hate to see that.
You do. But it was a PB. So, good PB.
Yep, very good, very good.
You'll definitely be able to improve that fast. Okay, so we have, for our last and final plane, we have Fossil Canyon plane, which is rather tricky.
It is.
I think it's mainly tricky for entering into the cave.
Yeah, ideally we'll see a really good chain of zippers at a high level.
Yeah,
it's really tough though.
It's tough because if you take that with too much speed and don't what we would do was B-tap enough, you will in the end have issue getting the you'll have issues getting to the
Oh, BBK opting to not go for it at all.
So he didn't go for the triple, and looks like Kappa might have opted for it. I did miss it. I will try to spectate.
He at least he at least got the 2 at the end.
Yeah. Okay. So we did get 2.
All right, we're looking pretty. I was about to say pretty even.
Yeah, pretty even. And there's a double from Kappa into the tunnel.
BBK does not like the ground zippers.
But BBK is definitely still keeping ground. That's a bit of an unfortunate miss because that zipper is pretty important because he was letting go of ball speed. Oh, very harsh bomb.
With a few skipped or missed zippers and a low banana count, it's really giving him a hard time.
So we have Kappa in the tunnel on lap 3. Looks like he's going to finish out with a pretty solid time. We get BBK into the tunnel for the last time. We're going to see about a 117 there from 116, 117 from Kappa with a 116.91.
Quite nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I am a bit surprised that BBK taking the inside route would go for that outer zipper. That's pretty slow because of how it repositions you.
Now, judging by his PBs there, I'm going to guess that's a track he hasn't practiced very much either.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly. I don't want to make assumptions.
Yeah, I would say likely though. So we do have Space Dust Alley Plane, which I know is a track that BBK is pretty good at.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm looking at PBs, and there's about a 20-second difference.
Oh wow.
So we'll see
what
how
happens
this
there.
goes.
Yeah, and again, this is another vanilla track. Plane is the intended vehicle for Space Dust Alley.
Yeah, it's also, but it's also a very harsh track, so we'll see how they take it.
Yeah, definitely.
Both players opting for the double air zipper strat. Definitely interesting. But definitely viable. It works. You see BBK's quite a bit ahead on this track so far. Yeah. He does have a little hiccup there, but he's still staying a bit ahead on it.
Nice and even.
Yeah, so they're even. So pending any bonks, this should be a very close race.
Whew, I love seeing these races.
Oh, he does miss it, but he does get. He actually does get to the second zipper, so he does stay about even.
Yeah. Nice. And just more rolls from.
Oh, unfortunate for Kappa, he got shot down by the plane. That is a pesky flying saucer, I should say.
Just one of those things you wish wasn't there. It's so tempting to just roll right through that area and try not to worry about it, but it's kind of sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get hit by sometimes you'll catch a bad hit zone and you'll get hit. Oh, BBK is playing this very nicely.
Yeah,
that was a nice and safe there. I do like that. I can tell he's confident in his Space Dust Alley, which is always good. Which is good to see from a newer player. If they feel confident on a track like Space Dust. He's going to finish out with a 133.
Yeah, stellar work from BBK.
Yeah. So it looks like Kappa did have at least a decent. Like, he did have a good first lap. I think he had some bonking issues on lap 2, likely. So we do have a close score. It is 6-4 heading into these last 3. BBK can definitely come back and take this. I have no doubt. But if Kappa takes one more, he will get the bonus points for winning the match. However, we do play all 13 because this is group stages.
Correct. And Frosty Village Plane being the next track. This is a track I honestly often forget that plane is even an option.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting plane track. I want to see how these players do it because there are see if anyone can get like a triple zipper here once we get into the wide open kind of forest section. So both players grab it. Oh, BBK with a bonk straight off the bat, but Kappa also missing. Oh, both players missing the ground zipper. I don't know how BBK missed that ground zipper, but he did.
Yeah. Oh, and it's free.
Yeah, so I think maybe he wasn't pressing down. He might have just been neutral sticking, which might not grab the zipper there.
Definitely looking at a pretty big difference between the two
racers. So both players just kind of opting to roll through the village.
Yeah.
Oh, harsh bonk.
Poor BBK.
I don't think he's used to Frosty Village playing.
No, this is there was a like you said
there's a
what was it, Fossil Canyon or something? There was a 20-second or so difference in their PBs in this race in Kappa's favor.
Okay.
So we're looking pretty strong for Kappa here.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. A couple bonks could change everything.
Yeah, a couple bad bonks, but I can see the amount of comfort that he has in picking a track like this. So BBK at least taking a decent route. He did cut off most of the forest by going straight there. He didn't opt for the zippers, but it's still not a bad choice.
Yeah.
So one interesting fact about this course is that there is an air zipper, or not, I shouldn't say an air zipper. There's a hover zipper in the water for plane, but it is not there for hover.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
It is the interesting fact of Frosty Village.
That's very
that
funny.
the zipper is not there for its intended. It's not there for its intended. As we get a nice 141 from Kappa to take the point, and thus he will take the match.
Excellent job by Kappa.
Congratulations on winning the match, but we still have 2 more tracks, so let's go.
That was actually an interesting
next
race.
2.
Yeah, both players with a 32-second second lap. Differences in the first and third by quite a bit, but
yes, definitely. So we have. So I'm looking for BBK to. He picked Boulder Canyon, which is only a hover track, so. So that's feels like a comfort pick for him.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see how this goes. Oh, yeah.
Boulder Canyon is a track that I used to really dislike, but it's kind of grown on me quite a bit. I find it really interesting as a track.
Yeah, it's a really good track. It's one of my 2 favorite default hovers.
I would agree.
The other one being Pirate Lagoon. I'm actually not a huge Whale Bay fan. I know that. I know that there are people who do love their Whale Bay, but I do not.
I think it is a better than average hover course, I would say.
Yeah. There are non-default hover tracks I prefer quite a bit over it. Oh, so BBK out with a pretty good lead. He does have 7 bananas here, and he's gonna look to get the last of his 10.
Yeah, BBK had a really nice entrance into the like the Castle Cave area.
He did. He had a nice launch too on top of it.
Kappa lost a bit of ground there, but he's coming back. He's not that far behind.
He is not. Yeah. He missed the ground. He missed that second ground zipper.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, looks like he. That's kind of what I do too. I just kind of end up going right over it.
That feels like. I'll say, as someone who's done it, that's definitely like kind of a speed, more of like. That's like a speedrunning setup where you would have that, but where you would have that extra balloon to blow right through. So BBK with a nice 27 lap, Kappa with a 33 and a 34, so he is quite a bit behind. BBK should be able to close this one out. I don't think there's much he could do to mess up, and we are going to get a 126 from him. Very nice. And Kappa also finishing up. Oh,
a PB for BBK as well.
Yeah, nice PB.
Excellent.
So that is a 3 lap, but no 1 lap.
227 laps. You'd like to see those.
You'd like to see
kind of some good consistency. That's really good.
Yep.
All right, last race.
Let's make it good.
Where are we going? Grand finale.
Well, Walrus Cove hover. All right, that's a good one.
I was also thinking Whale Bay. It's like Whale Cove hover.
Walrus Cove.
All right, this is really still. I know the match is over, but to be the potential for a 7-6 outcome of this is really really wild.
It would be the closest match that we've had all tournament would be 7-6.
Yeah. What is the closest right now?
You and me. 8-5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we played in Group B last week, and we had an 8-5 match. It was very close. So here we go on to Walrus Cove hover. I didn't actually get to see the difference in their times, and I don't have their.
I missed it as well.
And BBK doesn't have a sheet submitted to the website, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I did see that Kappa has a 143 PB.
Gotcha.
So
we're actually looking. Wow, very even right now.
Yeah, we're looking pretty even. This course is a lot of fun. It's neat because you get to use. It's neat because the ice obviously doesn't bounce you like it does in car, which is the default.
Yeah, very fun hover track, but there's some points where it's definitely difficult. One of them being right here with the 2 zippers.
Yeah.
BBK chaining those together, really nice.
Nice, very nice. BBK got quite a lot out of that. and also using that zipper, maybe not as effective as he could because he did bonk around, but he's
Ooh,
so he's
tough.
missing that zipper because of the slope.
Yeah,
He is
it can
now
be
a
so
little
tough.
bit behind.
It can be so tough to keep your control while you're trying to snake and also go in a direction towards something.
Yeah,
Really easy to miss those small spots.
it's really easy to miss that, definitely.
See if he
Even if he
can-
did get it, but he is gonna bonk off the side. So Kappa is likely to win, unless BBK had a really nice jump there. So it looks like we are gonna get 8-5 in favor of Kappa on this, in favor of Antonio.
Very nice. Very
Very
close
nice
race
done.
again. Wow.
Yeah, GG 8-5.
PBs.
That was nice.
Oh, ending with
PBs
the
from
quad
both.
PB. Let's go.
Ending with 2 quads, I like that.
Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
So hopefully we can get both players in here for the interview.
Yep, sounds like they're both in.
Yeah.
They will be in here shortly.
Hello.
Hey, what's up,
Hello.
everybody?
Hello.
So
Fantastic job, guys.
yeah, GG.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, GG, Atomic, or sorry, Senor Kappa.
You can just
go
call
by
me
three
Antonio.
names.
That's totally cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I could kind of see where Antonio was going with his picks. You picked a lot of time trial picks, like Frosty Village Plain and Jungle Falls Plain and stuff like that. I was curious as to some of the picks, like Fossil Canyon Plain and TC Plain from you, BBK. Was that more
Yeah,
just
those
thought
are ones
that-
I haven't done. But
Yeah.
I have done Treasure Caves, and I thought I could get a decent time, but I just man, that was the worst DKR I think I've ever played. It was so bad.
Your TC Plane wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. You just had that one really bad bonk, which is what
It's
that
such-
course can come down to, unfortunately.
Such an easy track to lose ground on by just a couple of mistakes. So it's
Yeah.
very good showing there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I just didn't have it at all.
Hmm
It's okay.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me. I hear you.
But yeah, it was a fun race for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I think it's gonna be a lot. This was a lot better than probably what me and Obayo's probably gonna do. I assume the worst for myself, but it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a couple PBs because you played really well.
Thank you. Yeah,
I-
I was
so I-
very happy.
Because I have no background on how you play or what you play, so I was very happy with what I saw from both of you.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't been playing this game too much, so my biggest worry was just okay, let's pick a track and play it.
Yeah,
I was under the impression that I just totally suck ass for the first couple times. It normally takes me a couple tries to get into the groove of a specific track. But yeah, I'm pretty happy for how I played.
Good. Yeah.
Except for Windmill Plains car intro. That was
Oh my god, I felt bad. I felt really
Yeah.
bad on that.
that
Yeah,
was kind of fun.
he
Hard
bonked
I
to
wanted
the,
to do
start.
like a little loop-de-loop or something. Yeah.
yeah, you unfortunately bonked the windmill right away, which was
Yeah.
bad. I think you rode up a little bit too. That was just rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a rough start to the race, and there was comparably a rough end to a race on Crescent Island for BBK. So
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh yeah.
both can
I
relate
saw that
there
on
a
the
bit.
stream.
Yeah, I was sad to see that. It was so close. That would have been a photo finish.
I choked away so many things like that at the end of the races. It's just I just didn't have it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't put a race together at all. Minus like 2 of them.
I see
Well, it
five.
looks
of
like
them.
5 of them, honestly.
Yeah, well, nice job to both runners. Excellent race.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no
So,
problem.
any last
Anytime.
parting words before we go to intermission before our next match?
Yeah, Obayo, you're next.
Oh,
All right. So
Alright, I'm good.
cool.
Thanks for watching the race, everyone.
We'll be back in about 25 minutes with the next match, which I also think is Kappa versus Obayo, as he did say. Or Antonio. Yeah.